Welcome back to Highline Lexie. We are going to get my wig school ready. Tomorrow's the first day of school. This thing has been in a box since July 4th. It's now September 2nd when I'm filming this, and tomorrow's the first day of school. Everybody in the house needs haircuts, and I'm the person who cuts everybody's hair. And my own hair needs a lace cutting and a curling because she's definitely going to have box hair after all this time. Could I have done this earlier? Yes. Should I have? Yes. I'm going to go ahead and cut the lace. We're going to set her all up, curl her, and make her wearable for tomorrow morning. So I just have to grab her and put her on before leaving for school. So let's get into it. I'll show you. We'll do a full look at her. I did film previously an unboxing, but I never posted it. I don't know why. Well, the lighting wasn't great. It was really dark in here. So maybe this kind of serves as an unboxing, but if you want to go watch that video, I might upload it later so that you can really get like a look at all the specs of the wig and all the details. So every piece comes with a wig grip, one of Sharon's combs. Rat tail combs are very helpful because I like to pull out the hair around my hairline. And I'm also going to use a piece of scar tape to help make this part line look a little bit more realistic. So I'll show you the wig what it looks like on me right now out of the box. We're just going to ignore the fact that there's going to be a big bulge there, just so you can see what we're starting with. Okay, so that's right now. So one of the reasons that I kind of hesitated to cut the lace, and I knew this before making the purchase, is that Highline's, I'm going to turn on the ring light here. Maybe that'll help. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Maybe this helps you to see the hairline a little bit better, and maybe you can see then where those visible knots are. But one of the reasons that I hesitated in purchasing this for so long, I was looking at it for about a year. I loved the color based on what I saw online, and I do like it in real life too. It's a little bit warmer than I would like to have, but I'm very ashy. It's hard to find a perfect match. Is that I do find her lace is a little bit pinkish for me, and too dark for me because I'm tanned right now and I have bronzer on my face, but as soon as winter hits, I become very, very pale, and this will show up so much on my pale skin. But at the end of the day, as my husband said, you know, it's a really good piece for the price, and I know that, and I know the hair quality is going to be good. I know it's going to wash well and all of that. So we're keeping it. We're committing to it, and we're keeping it right now. So I'm going to put this on my mannequin head. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you all the things that I will do to her in order to make her wearable, and then I'll show you what she looks like at the end. Okay, so I'm dealing with some doors here that are a little creaky because of the wind. Hopefully it ends up being okay. Okay, so I've got my wig on a mannequin head. I'm going to go ahead and cut the lace. I'm going to start by cutting the lace longer than I need it to be, and then you can't see me, and then once it's on my head, I'll go back in and trim where I feel like I can trim more, but I'm going to start by going longer to begin. Okay, the truth is I don't actually do it on my mannequin head. I usually just do it on my hand like this, and I just follow along and cut it that way, and then I go and put it on my head and do the rest. But I'm trying to show you how I just go along that hairline. I'm using pinking shears here, which I don't typically use, but I'm going to try them this time. I usually use just really good sharp scissors, new scissors from the dollar store. But in this case, I'm going to try the pinking shears because it's new for me. And we're going to see if I like it. But I'm starting really far back in case I don't like the look of the pinking shear. Sadly, my video cut out and I didn't realize it before I was done cutting the lace, but I did finish with the pinking shears and I really like them, and I'm going to go that way from here on in. I do actually have a sister wig. I decided to not only keep this piece, but buy a second one. So I'll show you when it arrives a full lace cutting video, and I'll do it with a closer angle on the camera, and I'll make sure that the video doesn't cut out. I'll have someone watching it. I've now spritzed the hairline with a little bit of water. I'm going to mess up the part ever so slightly. It's very perfect, so I'm going to make it slightly less perfect, but keeping the center part because I've decided that I actually like center parts after all. I'm adding some scar tape there. That one is from Wigs, but you can use any type of scar tape or medical tape that you want that is skin colored for you. It's just going to help
to create realism along that part line. And now I'm applying some pressed powder. I'm using the Rimmel pressed powder because that's what I use on my face. So I just had extra hanging around, and that has since become the one that I use for all of my wigs and toppers. And you use a really dense brush to get that powder worked right in there. Next up is curling the hair, and I do recommend that you section off the hair as you do this. It's just going to make it more manageable as you work through. Take small sections, don't rush the process, and let the curls cool completely before you brush through. I recommend even waiting overnight if you can, but definitely give it an hour or so that the curl is completely cooled before you brush through if you want to keep it a tighter curl. This piece did take curls quite nicely, despite the fact that I'm using a curling iron that is probably 25 years old and doesn't get any hotter than 350 degrees. I mean, that's kind of the max you're supposed to go anyways, but I don't even think this curling iron gets quite that hot. And you'll see at the end here, I really did have a lot of success getting this piece to curl beautifully.
Okay, so I'm done. The curls are in. So basically what I found when I put it on initially in July was still the case after the box hair. And that was, I don't know, every time I've received a piece from Highline, I've loved the way it was styled, but this one was just, it just wasn't. It was really poofy and the waves were kind of weird. So what I ended up doing, I try to avoid washing my pieces as much as possible. That has been something that's allowed me to keep them for a lot longer than I initially anticipated keeping my pieces. So I never want to wash them as soon as I get them unless I'm doing a review on the piece to, to tell you whether the hair is good quality or not. But I know that the hair quality here should be fine. So what I wanted to do was take down some of the poof. So as I curled, I kind of pulled downwards on the curl so that we really have like the bulk of the wave sort of in the bottom half. I did notice when I was, by the way, I put pins in the ear tops, not in the actual lace itself. But one thing that I did notice was that the wefts, the ear tab actually, where the ear tab meets the weft is really visible in this piece. So I feel like I'm gonna have to work that into my styling in order to ensure that I have sufficient coverage, or you're going to see it on my head. But anyways, so we're all done. The lace is cut. There is scar tape in there. There's powder on the part line. The curls have been added. They're not yet cooled. So usually I would say leave these to cool overnight, but I want to show you the finished look. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it on. I'm not wearing a wig grip, but I will be wearing one tomorrow, of course. And also I would have my hair in a low bun. Right now it's kind of somewhere in the middle. I can't see exactly where I placed it just because I'm looking into a camera rather than a mirror, but I feel like already, just even though I can't see myself very well, don't have my glasses on, I feel like already it just looks so much more like the style that I would typically wear. We're still getting some crazy curls on the bottom that I'm gonna have to try to tame, but I think overall she looks really good and definitely wearable. So the last thing that I will do, and I would do it on camera to show you, but my products are upstairs, is rather than cut this super duper duper short, I'm gonna pull bio hair out and then I'm gonna put a little bit of eyeshadow right there that is somewhere between the color of that hair and my own bio hair, so that, if anything blows up, you won't see the lace. Actually, I might cut it just a little bit shorter right at the ear tab and then leave the rest of the lace, and I will color it with an eyeshadow that is appropriately colored. So there we go. My hair is ready for school. I got one haircut down, my husband's, so I'm gonna go do my daughter's haircut and my son's haircut, and then everybody will have hair for the morning. Thanks for being here, and if you have any questions about this piece or any other, drop them below and I will do my best to answer.